Hello everyone. This video is going to cover some basic tools for 2D drafting. In the last video, I covered how to set up your Vectorworks document. If you're not sure how to do this, I suggest going back and watching the video so you're ready to start working. When you start drafting, you'll need to become familiar with a number of different tools in your Basic palette and Toolsets palette. If you hover over the icons, a window will pop up giving you a description of what they do. This can be very helpful if you're new to the program or just need a reminder. Let's start with making some shapes. You can see when I click on the rectangle tool, there are different modes you can choose. Right now I'm in corner to corner mode, which allows me to create a rectangle like this. But if I need to create something on an angle, I can select 3-point rotated mode. And I can choose the angle I want the rectangle to be. All of the basic shape tools have their own number of modes that you can play around with. You can create a rectangle with sharp edges, a rectangle with rounded edges, a circle, oval, or a hexagon. You can also choose the polygon tool to create your own shape. Click and drag the lines until you have the shape that you want. To move objects around the page, use your selection tool to click and drag them where you want. If you want to change the size of your shape, you can click on it and enter the height and width under Object Info. When you're typing, 1 tick mark means foot and 2 tick marks means inches. Right now, the width is 8 foot 1 inch and the height is 4 foot 8 inches. I'm going to change the width to 8 foot 0 inches and the height to 4 foot 0 inches. You can change the size of any 2D object in this way. Other tools you should be familiar with are the constrained and unconstrained linear dimension tools. These allow you to show the dimensions of your objects. The constrained tool can only show horizontal or vertical measurements, while the unconstrained tool can show measurements at any angle. And like the basic tools, these also have different modes that you can use. One last thing to put to use while you're drafting is the Attributes palette. This allows you to change the color of your object, choose the outline that it has, and the thickness of the line. As you can see, there are plenty of tools to play around with that I did not cover, but this should give you a pretty decent start to drafting in 2D. In the next video, I'll go over an example of a completed 2D drafting.